Okay, I am going to share with you guys a little bit about this painting. This is a Norman Rockwell painting. It was painted back in 1960. Norman Rockwell did pictures like this for a newspaper, and when he retired from the newspaper, he started doing political pictures. This is considered a political picture because back at the time that this was painted, um, Black people and white people did not live in the same neighborhoods. They lived in separate neighborhoods. This was one of the first, this is a first Black family moving into a white neighborhood. And you see these two children, two sets of kids. This one over here is probably a brother and sister, and these are some kids in the neighborhood. They're looking at each other curiously. But do you think that they're necessarily going to see color? They see that they're different. If you'll notice, the Black kids tend to dress up a little bit fancier. They're just moving in. They're going to meet the new neighborhoods. These kids are all ready to go play. This kid has a baseball mitt. So does this kid, and they both have pets. And it won't take long for these sets of kids to become fast and furious friends, which is a good thing. But if you'll look over here in this corner, in this window, you'll see it's hard to tell, but what it's there is there's a person looking through the window. And so um, this picture shows that how the kids are more apt to get along and accept each other because they don't have any built up biases. Whereas the person looking through the window, instead of coming out and greeting them and welcoming them to the neighborhood, is just peeking out through the window. So they may have a little harder time welcoming this new family to the neighborhood. So this is a great picture to talk about diversity, how younger people are more apt to accept diverse um, differences among people than maybe older people who have had been set in their ways. Now the next picture, don't let me go. Come on. This picture right here, I don't really know much about this picture. I don't know who painted this or anything about it, but what I can see, it's called the hands. And every hand is of a slightly different color. And what I thought was really interesting about this picture is that every arm has some kind of marking on it. And you've got to wonder what those markings are. And I think from between each arm is a black space that it seems like it has, like this looks like newspaper articles and it has a figure. So I'm wondering if this is a picture of someone who persecuted a group of people. And that looks like one of those uh, where you scan the QR brands. But if you look, there's some kind of marking on all of them. And so each arm has its own story. But some of that story they share. And I think that that's why these pictures are in the middle. So everybody's different. Everybody has a different story. But if they put their hands together, they can create a peaceful story. That's what I like to say about it. So that's the hand picture. So now what you need to do, like we've been doing, is go to your graduation. And let me just put this over here and find where it says artwork right here. And choose one of those two artworks to write about. You can put the hands or you can put moving into the neighborhood. I'm going to go with moving into the neighborhood. Um, and yeah, I'm just going to give a little background about it, what I see. So I see a white neighborhood being having a black family move into it. with the children of the neighborhood, coming to meet them and get to know them, coming to meet them. And it looks as if they could be friends. Because they have similarities, because they have things they have because they have things in common. But but there's someone peeking out the window who may have a harder time welcoming the new neighbors. Okay? And so, what do I feel about this? That's what the last column. I am so grateful. I am so grateful that we have come a long way from the 60s. Hope we can hope we can continue. Hope we can continue. Focus on our similarities. Now, these are my words. You can't use my words. You have to come up with your own ideas. But that's just you can paraphrase if you need to. But this is basically what you need to be looking for. Now, you're not going to be have any quotes, but you're not going to be able to have any quotes, but you can describe the picture. All right. So that's it for artwork.